Okay. So last lecture I had talked about constructor, then we saw what is default constructors, and I hope people watch the recorded classes for the same. So today I will continue from here further, and few more important points we are going to discuss. So let's understand now. Whenever you create a constructor, guys, one thing you need to keep it in mind that you should never give the return type here. Okay? Suppose you write it as void, then it is no longer a constructor. So if I now write it as void and try to print 100, I will try to print here 100. And now when I create an object, A1 is equal to new A. Now when I do this, if void is not there, it is going to call constructor and print 100. But moment I add void, observe, after adding void, observe now when I run, is it printing 100? Is it printing 100? No. So what happened now after adding void? Once you add a return type, then this will be treated as method. Is it clear everyone? आपने बोला फेस्टिवल के दिन क्लास चाहिए, बाकी सब बच्चों ने हॉलिडे पूछा, right? So that's why in hurry I thought like we'll at least take your class today. Have patience, quickly I will leave you. But so now understand here, when the method return type, no, it's not with me. This is not with me. Only this is with me. Right? So now here, when I'm writing it now as 100 and void, when I run, this is not going to run. Please observe. Okay? So this is now a method and it's a non-static method. And in case if you want to call this, you will write A1 dot capital A. And now when you run this, see the output here. We are getting the output as what? 100. We are getting the output as what? 100. Is this clear? So if you now carefully observe here, if you mention return type for a constructor, then it is treated as a method. If you mention return type for a constructor, then it is treated as a method. So can you guess what is the output of this program? What is the output? Will it print 100 or nothing? Will it print 100 or nothing? Huh? It will not give error. Syntax wise program is correct. Nothing. Because it's a method and object creation cannot call a method. Let's look at the next program. Can you tell me what is the output of this program? Firstly, analyze program starts from where? Opening bracket of main. Now when you create object, when you create this object, will this be called? No, it will not be called. Can you tell me why this will not be called? Because when you add void, then it becomes non-static method. This object creation will not call. But now A1 dot A. So will this be called? Yes. So what will it print? Now A1 dot A. Variable name also I am giving as class name. That will also work. So it will print 1000. So what we are telling here, method name can be same as class name. Variable name can be same as. So method name can be same as class name. Variable name can be same as what? Class name. But you should never do this. See, whenever we give any names, it should be meaningful. See, if I'm creating a variable that holds a pin number, then variable name give it as pin number. Right? If I'm now creating a method, give meaningful name. Constructor, we don't have option. The name of constructor and class name should be same. So we are telling variable name, constructor name, method name, everything can be as class name. It will work. It will not give error, but this is a very bad practice. Never create programs like this. Okay, I hope this part is clear. Everyone, let's see once here now. So we have void capital A dot A. It does not print anything, right? Yes, that's compulsory, Jitendra. Now I'm writing int A is equal to 100. Now when I'm writing here A1 dot A, so this will call and print 100, and this will print 1000. Did you understand? Shall we proceed further? Okay. Now the next thing, we are going to understand what is constructor overloading. So let's try to see this here. I will take this definition in two parts. Okay. So we are going to write here the definition of constructor overloading. So let us select. Now observe. Now what is constructor overloading? Whenever you create, listen carefully, whenever you create more than one constructor in the same class. Suppose you're creating more than one constructor in same class. Then, right? Okay, close the door. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Now, whenever we create more than one constructor, then it's called as constructor overloading. Now, when you create more than one constructor, understand here, suppose I am now creating a constructor and one more constructor which are same. When I say same, number of arcs here is 0, and here also number of arcs is 0. Then you cannot create more than one constructor in same class. The rule is to create more than one constructor in same class, you have to ensure number of arguments are different. How many arguments are here? 0. Now if I write here int x, how many arguments are there? 1. How many arguments are there? 1. Is the error gone? Observe carefully. Now once again, if I create a constructor with same argument, how many arguments are there? 1. Okay, 1. Is it giving error? But now let me change the number of arguments. How many are there? 2. Do you agree with that? I'm able to create more than one constructor in same class, but ensure the number of arguments in these constructors are different. So when you create more than one constructor in same class, that concept is called as constructor overloading. What is that called as? Constructor overloading. Now you should help me with a further code. If I want to call this now, I should create object with value or without value? Without value. So line 17 will call line 5. Do you agree with that? Okay, good. Next. To call the next constructor, I will write new A 500. So constructor will be called at which line number? 6. This will print 500. You can call this in any order, guys. You need not follow the order. Now what will run first? Line number 6. Second, line number 3. Very good. Then A3 is equal to new A. Let us write here now 400 comma 600. Which line number will this call? 9. Very good. See this? Everybody got this? So first part of definition is, when we are talking about constructor overloading, they should have different number of what? See, here we create more than one constructor in same class, provided they have different number of arguments. Provided they have different number of arguments. This I explain now. Or they can have different type of arguments. Let's see this now. Please observe this example firstly. If you are confirming this is clear, I will proceed further. You understood what is that I'm trying to do? How to create more than one constructor. That is what we are doing here. Let's continue now. Now there is another way to create multiple constructors. The first constructor I'm creating is having an argument where I can say type of argument is int and the arcs is 1. Do you agree with that? Now notice the second constructor that I'm creating, I'm changing the type to float. Is there any error? Observe, number of arguments are same, but when the type is different, still multiple constructors in same class you can create. Now that's again called as what? Constructor overloading. Now if I create a third constructor, tell me what should I do here to remove this error? Either add one more argument or change the type. Let's make this as string. Let's make this as what? String. Is this clear? Now we are going to write here x. You see all local variable names are same. This is okay. You can keep the local variable names as same. You can keep the local variable names as what? Same. Now let's continue and do one thing. We'll call this. To call a constructor at line 10, supply integer value. To call a constructor at line number 6, supply a floating value. And to call the constructor at line number 9, supply a string value. Run this and see. Make sense? Everyone clear with this part? Yes, read this definition now completely. Read this definition now completely. All of you, read this once. Yes? Everyone clear with this part? Okay, good. Now, the next thing, I am going to ask you one question. Let's see how many people will answer this now. Now, what is the type here? Int. I will change the type to byte. And now the type is byte. I don't see any error here. Do I see any error? No error. But now when I supply 100, which constructor will it call? Just to here ensure the constructor that it is calling, I'll put here one hard-coded value 1 and here I'll make it 2. If it prints 1, it is calling this. Prints 2, it's calling this. So which constructor will it call? It'll print 1. You remember yesterday I had made one statement. Whenever you write a number, it is less than byte. If you notice a number, byte can be minimum minus 1 to 8 and maximum value is 1 to 7. 100 can be stored in byte, but it will not go to byte. The numbers, if you write directly in Java like this, they are treated as integer. Then how do I supply this to byte? How do I supply this 100 to byte? You will do type casting. Let me change this to byte. Now that 100 is going to what? Did you understand this example? Everyone clear with this example? Students? Yes? Any doubts so far? No doubts. Okay. So, I want you people to analyze this program once quickly. Okay. Is this program correct? The way I've created constructors with overloading, is this correct? Why it is correct? Reason why it is correct? Number of arguments are different. So correct. Next. Can you look at this thing? Is this correct? Why it is correct? Type of arguments are different, so it is correct. Correct, no? Next, observe. Can you look at this and tell me, is this program correct? The number of arguments are different and type is also different. So both is implemented. Correct. It should work. Is this point clear now? Did you understand constructor overloading? Okay. Now let's continue further. I'm again going to talk about constructors. It's not over. Okay. 60% I've covered. Still 40% constructors concept is remaining. But in order to learn constructors further, you should know this keyword. This is very, very important. If you learn Java well, Angular will become easy. Now you'll ask me how, sir? One who knows Java, if he wants to learn TypeScript, he can learn in 5 days. Syntaxes will be different, concepts same. If you do a project in Java, then Angular project learning will become very quick. It will not take time, which you will realize that later. Time consuming is Java. But after learning Java, any programming language, you can start doing self-learning. Okay, you will see when I teach you TypeScript, 5 to 6 days, all concepts you will cover, because I need not explain what are methods, objects, class, inheritance. You already know that. Only the syntaxes will be different there now. Okay, focus now. What is this keyword? Let's understand quickly here with an example now. Now when you create an object, when you're creating an object, students, can I say 1 minute, hold on, I'll be back 1 minute. Now observe, when you're going ahead and creating object, that object's address we are storing it in A1. That object's address we are storing it in A1. Now what we are telling is, whenever you are creating an object, automatically one special keyword gets created in Java. And this keyword will also store the object's address, which means the same object's address now we are storing it inside A1, and automatically the same object's address, you can see it will be present in this keyword as well, which means the object that I'm talking here now, this object's address is getting stored in this keyword. Hence I can tell this keyword is a special reference variable that automatically stores your object's address. Sir, can you prove this point with a program? Can you write a program and prove this point? See this here. Now, what I will do is, I will here quickly create one method. Can you tell me what kind of method it is? Static or non-static? And here, let's write down A1. And let's write here this. Now when I print A1 and this, it should print the same object's address. But this method will not run because I've not called it. So let's call that method. Now what will happen, what will happen, when I create an object at this line, this object's address which is present in A1, same object's address you will see present in this keyword. Okay. Now when I right click, run as Java application, observe, is it printing same address? It's a big concept. This keyword is again a lengthy concept. Lot of examples we will have to take to explore this concept, guys. And it's very important because what this keyword you're seeing here, same this keyword I will use it in Angular. For concepts of Spring Boot, you will see same concept of Spring Boot implementation, somewhere indirectly it will be linked. It is so closely linked. Then only The burden of learning extra subject will not be there. Otherwise, you'll have the burden. I have to learn Java also, Spring Boot also, Angular also. How do I do that? Right? So, read this point number 1 carefully. What is this point number 1? Read that. Do you agree with this point? Okay. Can you look at this program and tell me now what is it going to print? Huh? What is it going to print? It's going to print now same object's address. Can you look at the output? Is it printing the same object's address? Yes. The next point, I'm going to create here a variable. Can you look at this variable and tell me, stay focused. When you look at this variable now and tell me, is it static or non-static? Do you agree with that? How do I access non-static member? Object's address. Can you tell me where is object's address present here? Sir, in two places. It's not in one place, it's in, which means I can use object's address and access this, and I can do this as well. Do you agree with that? I'm able to access non-static members with this keyword. Okay, I have one more question. Please carefully listen to this. Where am I creating A1? Inside a method. Where am I creating A1? Inside a method, isn't it? So is it a local variable or static variable? Local. What do you mean by local? Scope is restricted to main. So can I use A1 outside main? No, no, error, no. But still, using this keyword, I'm able to access. That's advantage number 1. Got it now? Using this keyword, same variable X, I'm able to now access. Okay? So now, let's print this and see, is it printing us the output? So can you read this point once, all of you, okay, carefully, and tell me, is this meaningful? Can you look at this program, students, and tell me, is this program going to work? And can you analyze by yourself line by line? Start analyzing from opening bracket of main and start analyzing what output will it print. Yes, here it will print 10 and here it will print 10. Now let's see. I'm going to call a method using this keyword. So let's delete this line, and I will rename the method to test1. Let us build another method, public void and test2. Let's write here 100. Now how am I calling test1 with A1? But test2, can I use A1 here inside test1? Can I use A1 inside test1? No. Why, sir? Why I cannot use? It's a local variable. What is the meaning of local variable? We know that. So because I cannot use A1, can I use this and still can I access? So first it will call test1, and from here I will call test2, and it will end up printing what? 100. Is this part clear? All of you? Yes. Please analyze the program carefully. Analyze the program carefully. Yeah, stay focused. Getting job, very serious studies is required for that. Don't take anything lightly. Okay? Don't take anything lightly, because once the skills are developed, trust me, 3 to 5 calls in a week, getting it is not a challenge for our students. Right? You're seeing it. Yesterday, one student, March 5th batch, he got placed, 5 offer letters he has taken. It's a festive season. Right? It's a festive season, and numbers are documented. You can ask the number, take the PG address, and go there. Directly ask them, give me mobile number, and go to the PG and meet him. That confident we will be. Every data will be documented. So be very serious. Okay, now let's continue. We cannot use this keyword inside a static method. Now this is very, very important. Whenever I'm using this keyword, there is one important limitation what this keyword has got. The limitation of this keyword is, if your method is non-static, I can use that. There is no problem. But moment I make this method as static, what do you see here? So when the method is static, your this keyword inside the static methods will not work. So be very careful when you're using this keyword. You cannot use that inside a static method. Now, can you please answer, can I use this keyword inside main? Carefully analyze and tell. Can I write this keyword inside main method? Just now I gave an answer. I cannot use this keyword inside static. Can I use this keyword inside main method? No. Why? Very good. Which means you are able to understand what I am telling, right? What is it giving? Error. Because the method is what? Read this line. Read this line. Yeah? Now can you tell me why there is an error here? Because static method cannot use. Why again there is an error here? Very good. Now, let's continue further. Now, what if there is more than one variable? So then there is no confusion about it. You can still access with this keyword int x is equal to 10. I have int y is equal to 20. And you can write a1 dot test1. And we can write here this dot x, and let's write here this dot y. Is there any error? Any number of static members you can access, and any number of times you can access this dot x, that doesn't matter. Okay, right? Now the next concept which I'm talking about is little lengthy one, as a lot of people are already in the holiday mood actually, which I'm seeing, and some of the offline students are already taken holiday because of festival, correct? So let us stop here for the day. The next concept I will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and Saturday I will have a special class. Okay, is this clear? So we'll take a special class on Saturday at 12 o'clock. Okay, so we'll take 2 hours of lecture on Saturday, but I'll give you some breaks in between. So be mentally prepared that you're going to sit for 2 hours lectures on Saturday. Meanwhile, revise this all. So our further concept will be this keyword, right? Which is little lengthy. Lot of examples I'm going to take on this keyword. These are all this keyword concepts only. And then finally we will install Eclipse, and we'll learn lot of shortcuts in Eclipse. Important shortcuts, right? Every IDE, when you're using it, you should know the shortcuts in that, which makes your development easier. Fine. So assuming there is no doubts in today's lecture, how many months? See, we go quite quick. Java is repeated for till 6.5 months. Because what Java you are learning now, when I start with Hibernate, you will use Java. When I teach you servlets, again Java is used. When I teach you Spring Boot, again Java. Web services, again Java. So this course is only about Java. So it's not that Java will get over in 1 month. Java classes will go on till the end. And you will start getting more practical understanding about it. When I start using with Spring Boot, okay, you'll know, okay, this is how we need to use Java. I have saved the GitHub. You need to refresh the link. I did not save that. Saved, no, yesterday only I did that. Dilip, already saved yesterday. Alright, see you guys. Take